Hey there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of the Wrestling Heat. I am your host here, EZQ, and before we even get more into the video, ladies and gentlemen, I know I don't got that HD, camera. I don't have no fancy green screen, but what I do have is some knowledge on some wrestling and some news. I love to talk about wrestling, and that's what these videos are about. They're not about HD quality and stuff like that. It's just me wanting to talk about what's going on in the wrestling world, and if you're not about that, then these videos aren't for you. But ladies and gentlemen, getting into the video now, enough about that. So let's get into some juicy wrestling news. I got some stuff about WWE, only a little bit of stuff tonight, not that much news, and I also have the results of AEW's Revolution. I got all the winners, all the losers. So ladies and gentlemen, let's get into some WWE news. It looks like we might have a possible date for the next Saudi Arabia show, and it's looking like, for what it's been said, it looks like in sometime in October. We don't know the exact date, but it is sometime in October. At least that's what has been rumored right now. So if you're into the Saudi Arabia shows, we got one coming in October. It might be a little earlier, maybe a little later, but somewhere in October is where they're saying the next Saudi Arabia show will be taking place. So if you're interested, let me know down below, and we're just going to move right along here, ladies and gentlemen. This one right here is pretty awesome. I seen the video on Twitter with Kevin Owens. He is taking all his merchandise money that he's getting right now, and he's putting it in a mental health fund. I forgot which fund it actually is, but Kevin Owens, that's pretty awesome. I find myself, depressed and dealing with anxiety and stuff like that. So Kevin Owens, that's pretty awesome that you're doing that for people with mental health, and I just gotta say that's fucking awesome yet again. But Kevin Owens doing his thing for some people, so that deserves an A in my book. So ladies and gentlemen, what do y'all think about that? Kevin Owens putting all his merchandise money into funds for mental health, people that really need it, and I am all for that, ladies and gentlemen. So moving right along, we are moving right along into some Matt Hardy territory, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like WWE has offered him a position in NXT. I'm not sure if that would be like behind the scenes type of thing, or if he would actually be wrestling. And if that is true, ladies and gentlemen, would y'all like to see him in NXT? I would like to see him actually doing some wrestling instead of, backstage type of things. But he also could be going to AEW, but as of right now, we are not 100% sure what this man is doing. But WWE has offered him a spot over in NXT. Will he take it? I don't know, folks. Only time will tell. So moving straight along from that, ladies and gentlemen, we were all watching Friday Night SmackDown, and if you're watching it with your boy over on Periscope, I'm sorry for how it was, but your boy is dealing with a whole bunch of stuff behind the scenes, and those of y'all that were watching has heard. So ladies and gentlemen, Sasha Banks, she made her return from her being injured or doing her rap thing, whatever it was. I think it was an injury, but with like her ankle or something like that. So it looks like she's back and in Bayley's corner. So welcome back, Sasha Banks, and hopefully you can not be injured and actually get some storylines going, and hopefully we'll have some actual boss time. And ladies and gentlemen, like I said, this isn't going to be a long video. I only have two more things for you. We have a lineup so far on the matches that are confirmed for WWE. AJ Styles versus The Undertaker. We've seen the Roots or the seeds planted for that over in Saudi Arabia. So AJ Styles and Undertaker, that's happening. Fiend versus John Cena, we seen that on Friday Night SmackDown, which I am for, but I would have liked to have the title around the Fiend so we could have, the Fiend taking on John Cena. We all know the history with John Cena and Bray Wyatt. So it'd be like full circle. We got John Cena going for his, 17th title? Or something like that. Going against, Bray Wyatt. And more than likely, John Cena wouldn't have won that match. And, Fiend would still have his title. But unfortunately, that did not happen. But we still are getting the match. So I am happy for the Fiend. AKA Bray Wyatt. At least he's on the card for WrestleMania with John Cena as his opponent, and hopefully, the Fiend gets put over at WrestleMania, because I do believe that WWE are trying to pretty much end that whole entire character, which is kind of, if I had the tweet for you, but I don't. But Bray Wyatt put out a tweet saying that the WWE is trying to destroy the character, meaning the Fiend. So if I was able to keep that, I'm stupid and I delete things on my phone and I forget to get them back. But there was a tweet put out saying what I just said. But Bray Wyatt, John Cena, WrestleMania 36. I'm down for that, even though it's not for a title. But here we go. We got Goldberg versus Roman Reigns. We seen that go in fruition on SmackDown. And we're having Goldberg versus John Cena for the title on SmackDown. And I'm not really happy for the match, but I'm happy for Roman Reigns. Get the title. But I would have really liked to either seen Roman and the Fiend, or Fiend and John for the title, but we're getting that totally different. And also, we're getting Becky Lynch versus Shannon Baszler. I don't even know why they're having that Elimination Chamber match with Liv Morgan and all the rest of the females. But that is the matches that we have so far, and supposedly Dolph Ziggler and Otis are going to be in there. That's a possible match that might happen for the whole Mandy Rose, payoff. I guess that's what we might be getting. Also, we all know Edge and Randy Orton. That's going to end up being a match at WrestleMania 36. And I believe we might have Beth Phoenix tagging with Natalya to go against the Kabuki Warriors, which that's also been rumored. But I don't know, that's he say, she say type stuff. And also the big story that I have for y'all tonight about the WWE and WrestleMania 36. I said this in my live stream, that WWE might be pulling pulling WrestleMania 36. Like, they're not gonna have it. Right now it's just, in the air, all because of the coronavirus and all the traveling and all the people. Stephanie McMahon, I have some things for you to read. Stephanie McMahon said that it is a possibility, and also the Olympics that are held in Japan or China this year might also be canceled as well. So there's two big things that might be canceled: WrestleMania 36 and the Olympics. And this coronavirus, has got the world scared and the world shook up. And Stephanie McMahon would be looking, for the safety of, people in America and people, from different countries coming in here that might have it. But, ladies and gentlemen, we might not even get WrestleMania this year, which, would suck. But I could see where the WWE and, the health care for their superstars and, you know, the wrestlers being here and us, you know, fans and the people of America. You know, this virus, coronavirus, you know, it is pretty serious. I mean, it's no zombie outbreak, but it is kind of scary with this virus just creeping around. I've seen some videos on YouTube and videos on Twitter on what it's doing over there in Japan. It's pretty scary. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the big news that I have for y'all. You can go look it up yourself. There is a interview that's Stephanie McMahon that I have here for you. That's pretty scary, ladies and gentlemen. That's all that I have for WWE stuff, and we're cutting this video pretty short, but I got some other stuff to do. Those of y'all that's knowing what's going on with me, but we're gonna be moving in to some AEW Revolution pay-per-view that just went down a few hours ago. I know it's late as hell right now. I think it's like 2 or 3, maybe 4 in the morning. But got some spoilers. If you don't want to know, fast forward it to the end of the video. But we're about to do it. We're about to, you know, say who won and who lost, if there's new champions, if there's no new champions. So ladies and gentlemen, in 3, 2, 1, we got Jake Hager that went against Dustin Rhodes, and the winner of that match, Jake Hager, I believe it was a submission, and unfortunately Dustin Rhodes, you know, took the L. Jake Hager, a part of the you know, Jericho faction that's going on over there in AEW, the Inner Circle. But moving straight on to the next match, we got Darby Allin that took on, damn, I forgot his name, Sammy Guevara, and that was actually a pretty good match. I seen bits and pieces of it, but the winner of the match between Darby Allin and Sammy Guevara was Darby Allin. He beat him fair and square. And we're moving straight on to the next matchup, ladies and gentlemen. We had Hangman Page and Kenny Omega take on the Young Bucks. This one was a pretty good match as well, which is pretty much the whole entire Revolution was pretty fire. But the winner and the loser, the winner is Kenny Omega and Hangman Page. They beat the Young Bucks, so the Young Bucks lost, and they retained their title. And moving straight on to Chris Stanlard taking on Nyla Rose for the women's championship over there. And Chris, she put in one hell of a fight, but unfortunately she was not able to get that W. She caught that L over Nyla Rose, and Nyla Rose retains her AEW Women's Championship. I still say they need to make it a little bigger because it just looks like a child's toy. But yeah, Nyla Rose, she won that match. This matchup I'm kind of mad about, all just because MJF is one hell of a heel, and some stuff that he said to a sick kid, which kind of pissed me off a little bit. But we got the match between MJF and Cody Rhodes. It went on back and forth. There was a spot where MJF literally bit Cody Rhodes' foot, and that shit had me laughing and also gagging. You know, you just put that man's sweaty foot all up in your mouth. What if he had, you know, some kind of fungi going on, MJF? Be having all kinds of warts and shit growing out of your mouth. But MJF versus Cody Rhodes. Who was the winner and who was the loser of that match, ladies and gentlemen? I shall tell you. The winner of that match was MJF. I know, I was shocked, just like y'all are right now, but MJF beat Cody Rhodes. I believe Cody Rhodes will probably be coming back for some more, but ladies and gentlemen, what do y'all think about that? Cody Rhodes actually losing to MJF. He's one hell of a dastardly heel, and he really does get under my skin sometimes, chat. My Easy Crew Nation, my wrestling heat. We also got the next matchup. We had Pac versus Orange Cassidy. This matchup started off a little slow, but it, picked up. And Orange Cassidy kind of surprised me in this match with some of the stuff that he did. But the winner of that match, ladies and gentlemen, was that bastard Pac, aka Neville, whatever you want to call the guy. He was the winner over Orange Cassidy. Orange Cassidy caught that L. Moving on straight to the big one, the big kahuna, El Champion, taking on, that Chris Jericho, if you don't know who El Champion is, taking on the Innovator of Violence, Jon Moxley. Who was the winner? Who got the championship? Was the championship still around Chris Jericho's waist, ladies and gentlemen? This was a hard fight for both of these gentlemen. Chris Jericho, did his, did his, best. But ladies and gentlemen, you just heard me say he tried his best against Jon Moxley. Jon Moxley even bit his nose. Chris Jericho's nose. He bit Chris Jericho's nose. That had me laughing. But ladies and gentlemen, the winner of that match is... boom! You got a new AEW champion in Jon Moxley. Honestly, I thought they would have kept it on Chris Jericho's waist. But ladies and gentlemen, there you go. The full rundown. Your winners and the losers of AEW's Resolution. Ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you liked the video. And if you didn't like the video, more than likely I'm probably going to have... I know my last video that I had gotten was like 7 dislikes and people calling the video trash. But ladies and gentlemen, all I got for you is what I have here. I don't have no fancy green screen. I don't have no fancy camera. I got a cracked phone that I do all my stuff on. And if you enjoy wrestling, and if you enjoy the news that I bring, hit a like or hit a dislike. Whatever y'all want to do. You can share the video. Subscribe if you're new. And ladies and gentlemen, like I said, there's nothing fancy here. What you see is what you get. Nothing more, nothing less. Unless if your boy can come up on some money, which highly doubtly. But ladies and gentlemen, be positive, and eventually things will start being put together. You know what I mean, ladies and gentlemen. But it's hella late. I think my little brother's calling me. So ladies and gentlemen, like I said, like the video, dislike the video, share, subscribe, only if y'all want to. If you want to talk smack down below, I'll talk it right back to you. And if you're being, a douche, you'll just get blocked. So actually, no, you can just stay along, because haters, I love to hate. So you can just hate on me all y'all want. So, ladies and gentlemen, that has been the video. Don't drink and drive. Don't text and drive. And forever and always, the most important thing, forever and always, keep it just a little bit that would be 2, this would be 4, but 2 sweet. And ladies and gentlemen, I am doo-doo-doo-doo, out of here.
Fourth pack is back, cause I'm mass destruction. Guess who's here? The bad boys of wrestling. Testing competition, win the war, that's their mission.